we've got this story from James Gunn. He says the DCU plans go significantly further than the Man of Tomorrow, but nothing is guaranteed. Josh Wilding reporting at the start of 23, DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn and Peter Safran announced the Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters slate. While that year's WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes slowed things down a little, those movies and TV shows haven't taken shape as quickly as fans hoped. Some, like Waller and The Authority, appear to have fallen off by the wayside. Others, such as Clayface and Man of Tomorrow, have been added to the slate. It's also not clear how much of the DCU's future has been mapped out by Gunn. Talking to Boba Talks, the filmmaker confirmed that his grand plan for this franchise will extend beyond his Superman sequel. However, it sounds like the odds of seeing more of it hinge on many factors. Yes, they definitely go significantly further than Man of Tomorrow, Gunn shared. So whether or not that'll be me that's able to fulfill that promise depends on a lot of things in life. What might those things be? Well, continued box office success is likely one of them, while another could be the potential sale of Warner Brothers Discovery. It's everywhere. A new owner wouldn't necessarily come in and fire Gunn, as he's already well on his way to restoring the DC brand to its former glory. However, there is a possibility that DC would be sold off, or that the new executives might have their own ideas for where the franchise should go that do not align with Gunn's vision. While DC Studios is supposedly a separate entity from Warner Brothers Pictures, Gunn is clearly still getting used to working hand in hand with other WBD-owned enterprises, including HBO. There have already been rumblings about HBO executives being unhappy with the cable network potentially being flooded with superhero content, and Gunn is somehow in the dark when it comes to when we'll get the first teaser trailer for Lanterns. While he has seen the sneak peek, he added, I think at least where it is now, but I have no clue when that's planned to be shown. With HBO, the marketing is so different than film. As of now, it's looking like the plan for Salvation to be a new take on Dinosaur Island, which those of you who have read The New Frontier will know was really an all-powerful entity known as the Center. That's a big of enough threat to assemble the Justice League, right? Man of Tomorrow is set to come July 9th of 27. Okay, Chris. So, everybody gets to see a little bit more of why the merger was brought up again, because that is another good point. When we talk about the idea of the consolidation that happens with mergers, there's a possibility that, what just got started could evaporate just as quickly. And I just have a lot of thoughts, but I'm just curious of your mindset of both how you feel about Gunn kind of talking about, yeah, we started some stuff, we didn't start some stuff, and then B, kind of following it up with, we have to see what happens. Like, I mean, where does your mind go, kind of hearing what Gunn had to say on this recent interview?
One of the things I've really been excited to talk to you guys about is Strawberry.me. It really is getting past the fact that everybody has a job. You want to turn a job into your career. And this is a plan of action in order to do it. Everybody knows that you got to have a job. But a lot of people, most people want a career. It's not just something that's going to get you some cash in the bank account, but it's something that's going to make you feel good about what you're doing and you accomplish something. So if you feel like you're stuck in your job and you want to level up on your career, you really should start checking out Strawberry.me. It's a career coaching service, and it helps you move up the ladder. It'll help you if it's trying to get better pay, land your job in your industry that you're passionate about. You take a quiz, and then Strawberry.me is going to match you with a career coach that's best suited to help you achieve your goals. And for me, I sat down, had a conversation, and really started to analyze a lot of the things that I have done, will do, want to do, and it puts it in perspective, and it worked tremendously. You want to back and forth. You look at, okay, this is a job. This is my career. This is the thing that pays the bills. This is the thing that I'm confident about, that I like going to every day, that I want to make work. So you got to be accountable for this stuff. And it's so important and so easy to put off important career moves without somebody to keep you on track. And that's what Strawberry.me does. So head on over to Strawberry.me/Christian and claim that special offer and get started today. That is Strawberry.me/Christian. Stop settling. Start building the career that you actually want.
It feels a little more like less in the dark, more coy. maybe some things will happen, maybe some things will won't. I think he's trying to temper not only our expectations, but his own potentially of
Right.
what's going to happen here. And I love how many ideas he has, but I do understand that pushback too of things getting oversaturated with superhero content. You know, we all at the beginning, for the most part, really enjoyed the Arrowverse. And then that kind of blew up, and that's all the CW was. And then even Riverdale had superheroes, and everything got very, very superhero oriented and got a little bananagrams. I don't think HBO would actually do that and have only superhero content. Right now, we're really talking about like 3 shows. I don't think that's
Yeah.
a big deal in the whole pantheon of HBO series.
Right.
But I do think, and this is why we as consumers do need to know about these mergers and everything. I think a lot of times it's very easy for us to go, oh, that has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. It has everything to do with what you're paying. It has everything to do with the content you receive. It has
Right.
everything to do with if you continue to have the shows done in the way that you enjoy them. And so this is why we talk about this stuff, you guys. It's not just because we're giving you industry news. It's also because you get to vote with your dollar on this kind of stuff.
Yep.
Am I going to keep buying my HBO subscription? Am I going to do this? Am I going to go to the theater and see these things? So it's very important that you all know about it as well. I just really feel like James Gunn is a really great idea guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that he gets to continue working under the DC banner that he's already formulated and started doing. I'm also trying to go, but it all could be taken away. It all could be taken away at any moment.
That's the thing. If Superman or what Gunn had done so far had just been absolutely awful, then if they're like, whatever, we're starting over, then fine. But overall, this has been good. So the idea of legitimately maybe cutting it off at the pass again because of nonsense business shenanigans is crazy. This like I'm the type of person that like I will walk out of a movie if it's like really really bad, but even then I'm more inclined to be like, I want to see how this ride like rides out. I already paid for it. Let me see
Yes.
how this is going. I've already invested time and money into it. I want to see how it ends. And then if it's like really, really god awful and offending my sensibilities or something, then I might be like, nah, bro, it's not for me. I'm out. This idea that this could be done before it started. And I know a lot of people are like, man, weren't you the one that was losing your about the Peacemaker season ending? I was like, yeah, because I didn't love how that went in that direction. That doesn't mean I'm ready to throw out the baby with the bathwater.
Yeah.
I was just like, that particular element wasn't for me, but I'm still on board with what's going on. So like, I am just hoping that we get to see this manifest, because for all the people that are such hardcore like Snyderverse fans, for example, how upset would you have been if it had been Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and then it was just like, and game blouses, we're done. We
Yeah.
like, sorry, regime change. You're not getting anything beyond that. Like, at least I understand the inclination of like, well, we didn't get like the second Justice League and we were just getting but you at least had time to have some of that try and work. You know what I'm saying? It would be heartbreaking. Take it to sports. If it was like, yo, we started the season 0-2, but then the season got canceled, you would be upset. You would be upset to
Yeah.
be like, bro, we just had 2 rough games, but we were playing well. Like we could have turned it around, but we didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
I want to see this play out. I do not want this to be cut off early because of, people trying to, but billionaires need another yacht.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just me. I get it. I've seen a number of people. The more that this gets said, they're like, "Hey man, they're like, people over Snyder. They like Snyder. They just gonna bring back the Snyderverse." Sure, Jan. Like,
And I love that some of you think that. That's great.
and if that does happen, then I'm happy for you. But
Yeah.
let's think in realistic terms here. The main thing that they want to do more than anything is make more money. And the one thing that the Snyderverse was having trouble doing near the end was making money. So unless there was a game plan that spelled out why we made this merger in the first place, the odds of that feel low to me. It obviously started higher with the amount of money it was making. Aquaman cleared $1 billion. Batman v Superman did like what 750 or something like that, 800. Wonder Woman cleared $1 billion or was just under it. So like early on, but the last returns were not doing well. Like Black Adam and second Shazam and all that, they did not do what they needed to do. So I don't necessarily see that happening. But again, we are curious what you think. If you are on the same boat here, if you are curious in some of Gunn's musings about stuff kind of popping off or not, and the fact that Salvation might be taken over for Dinosaur. But before we move on, Kris, that's a good question. What do you think about that part about Salvation kind of being a new take for Dinosaur Island?
Oh, I love it because I love New Frontier. Oh my gosh, what a fun run. I think everyone needs to read that one. It's required. It's required reading, you guys. Go get it right now. Go to your local shop. I think though that's going to be really, really interesting. And again, this is what I like about DC right now, and what I've enjoyed about previous Marvel iterations is the discovery, the taking something and doing something that I haven't seen on screen in this way yet. And maybe flipping on its head a little bit. For me, part of that, was things with Marvel like, oh my gosh, we're doing what with the Skrulls instead? As a comic book fan, I love when we take something and we just tweak it a little bit so that I go into the theater too and go, oh my gosh, I had no idea we were going to do this. Or, like what James Gunn did with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I knew Rocket's story, but boy, did that devastate me the way that he interpreted it. And so I'm very excited to see Dinosaur Island because also, I mean, come on. Like, that's just fun. That's just fun, ridiculous, popcorny kind of stuff.
Which is fair. And that make it like, because I've talked about this. I get that people love dinosaurs. I do not understand how people keep buying into Jurassic Park. Like, hey man, we just watched these skyscraper-sized monsters just eat everybody. You know what we're gonna do? Make another island full of them. Because that seems to we failed so miserably the first time. Let's make deadlier dinosaurs.
Listen, we are
a good life plan.
We're a nation of coulda, shoulda. All right.
So to that point, the difference is with that kind of like New Frontier stuff. I mean, at least with that, remind me, is that the same spot with like they traveled through the center of the earth type shit, and then there's like the whole kingdom that has dinosaurs in it? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. That at least is like, it was down there. It was just like, it was kind of a portal. That's different than like, hey, let's just make a death trap. That's like, it's Halloween. Do you go to these haunted houses where you have to sign waivers that they can essentially torture you and shit? Because there are people that love that, and I don't understand.
Of course I don't. I'm scared of everything. No, I watched Trick or Treat for the first time last night and was just like, I hate this little guy's feet. I hate the sound of his feet moving. I was clutching a stuffed animal the whole time. And that's a comedy horror. Like, I'm not going to a place where they can touch me.
Dude, it's beyond that. It's like they would like waterboard you. They're like literally like screaming in your face and pulling your hair and shit and like chaining you to stuff. Like, you sign away these rights to essentially be tortured.
I don't want to kink shame anybody or yuck anyone's yum. That's great if that's for you. No, thank you.
Not for me.
I want to eat snacks and watch Halloween Town.
I want to eat snacks. That's all I want. I want to eat snacks and watch Halloween Town. Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's it.
Absolutely love it. Well, let us know what you think about James Gunn kind of giving the run.